Hi, this is Professor Jordan, and here we are in Law 1. We're going to do problem number 4, the helikon case on consideration. This is under your Chapter 12 reading consideration. Now here, the basic facts of the case: we have an individual, Getty, who is an independent sales agent, and he contracts with Helikon. And what does Helikon do but manufactures furniture? So he's a sales agent. Getty goes out and he basically tries to get customers. Now Helikon gave him a sales contract for 1 year, which was basically from September the 15th, 1995 until October the 15th. Then in October of 96, which would have been, I guess, a year later, in the meanwhile he continued to work. In October 1996, then SK Investment went ahead and bought out Helikon. There were 3 letters to take under consideration. The first letter of October the 29th, 1996 said, and that would have been the first letter from SK Investment, go ahead, SK Investment said, continue representing us for at least 1 year. Then in October 18th, 1996, December of 1996, which would have been about 2 months later, maybe a month and a half later, they sent out a letter that the commission rates would be at 10% net sales. And then in May of 97, they terminated basically him as an employee, I guess you could say under the sales agreement, effective June 1st, 1997. And then at that point, anything earned prior to sales prior to September of 96 would have been at 10%, and then 5% sales from October the 1st of 96 until December of 97. So basically what we have down here is you see that we have this 1 year contract that was from September the 15th until of 95. By the way, this should be up here October 15th, 96. Sorry about that. So it was basically a 1 year contract. Then after that, there was no contract whatsoever. So the issue is, if Getty here continues to perform without a contract, there's no contract, then you could argue, well, there's no consideration, because he's in essence continuing to perform a contract which doesn't exist. There's nothing in writing. In essence, he's giving the benefit of the bargain as a gift. It's not bargained for. If it's not bargained for, there's no consideration. If there's no consideration, there's no contract. And that was the argument made by SK Investment. Now the court said that the 3 letters taken together, all 3 letters, basically would constitute what was the agreement of the parties. And then finally, the most important aspect of this is that there were 2 elements. One was that Getty, in good faith, continued to perform, and therefore there was substantial performance. And second of all, while he was still performing, even though they were trying to change the agreement here by different letters, in fact, they went ahead and knowingly accepted his work. And by those 2 things, both substantial performance and knowing acceptance, that was equivalent to consideration, and therefore if there's consideration, therefore there's a contract. Therefore, the person who won in this case is Getty, not Helikon. Getty won because the court held there was consideration based on substantial performance and knowing acceptance, even though there was really no contract. And that's it.